Understanding GA child support laws. GA child support is a big deal. Recently, data from the U.S. Census has determined that Georgia has one of the 8 highest divorce rates in the country. While this data may indicate that Georgia marriages don't last, the census also finds that it has one of the highest rates of marriage. Overall, people in the South marry and divorce more often than any other region of the country. Beginning a GA child support case. Either parent can open a GA child support case with the Department of Human Services, DHS, by filling out an application for assistance and paying the application fee. Those parents who receive temporary assistance to needy families, TANF, benefits and some Medicaid recipients may waive the fee. When opening the case, the petitioning parent needs to know the location of the other parent, or have information that will assist the DHS in locating the other parent. File a support order based on GA child support guidelines. After establishing paternity, the parent seeking GA child support can obtain a child support order from the court. The court will use the state's child support guidelines to determine the amount of child support the parent owes. These guidelines factor in the gross incomes of both parents, the cost of healthcare and work-related childcare costs to determine each parent's support obligation. Obtain a writ of fieri facias. In some situations, you can ask the court to issue a writ of fieri facias, often referred to as a FIFA, in any county where the other parent has property. Once the FIFA is issued, if you record it in the property records, it acts as a lien on real estate owned by the parent that owes child support, and you may even be able to levy on personal property. File a garnishment. You can also start garnishment proceedings if the other parent is at least 30 days behind on his or her child support payments. Garnishing wages from paychecks, Social Security benefits, and other sources of income are also applicable. You can also garnish bank accounts, if you know where the obligated parent has accounts. Filing a contempt of court action. You can file contempt of court action to get the other parent to pay support that is past due. A GA child support order is an order from the court. The court has the power to enforce its orders through contempt. If the parent is found to have violated the court order, then the court can issue sanctions. Penalties may include jail time. Payment. Parents who have child support obligations can arrange to have the payments withheld from their paychecks through the DHS. State law requires immediate income withholding in most cases. Modifying the order. Either parent can petition the court to review the order and modify it after 3 years. If circumstances change significantly before 3 years pass, a parent may also ask for review. Calculating the child support. The amount of the child support depends on a number of different factors though. The main part of the GA child support calculation is based on the incomes of the respective parties. This can be many different forms of income, anything earned by the parent. In addition, if one parent is deemed underemployed or hiding their true income, the courts can impute income to that parent based on work history and qualifications, among other factors. How long do I have to pay child support in the state of Georgia? A parent who pays child support has the duty to support his or her child until the child becomes emancipated for child support purposes under Georgia law. There are a number of different ways that a child may be emancipated for child support purposes under Georgia law. First, the most typical form of emancipation occurs when a child turns 18, and is no longer enrolled in high school. If the child is still attending high school, however, Georgia law permits child support to be extended up to the age of 20. Next, a child automatically emancipates if he or she legally marries. Also, if a child enters active duty in the U.S. military, he or she automatically emancipates. Whichever of these conditions occurs first determines on what date a parent's child support obligation terminates. Multiple children. Another important issue to remember is that if you have a child support order for multiple children, emancipation of one or more of those children does not automatically reduce your child support order. In other words, unless you go back to court to have your child support recalculated when one of your children emancipates, you will continue to pay the same amount of child support that the court previously ordered you to pay. Conclusion. If you are seeking child support, you may benefit from the advice of an attorney experienced in how judges interpret the Georgia child support guidelines. Contact a family law attorney today who can help you get the support that your child needs.